Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Alison, the online piano and online violin tutor. So today I'm going to take you through a little tutorial from one of the pieces from my Christmas violin book. So I wrote this book a couple of years ago now, and this is available to purchase and download from my online shop. Now this book has been written for you guys, that you are my audience that I've written this book for. And this book contains 10 traditional and holiday Christmas pieces, but it also contains MP3 backing tracks that I've put together as well. So it isn't just a normal book with just some of your traditional Christmas and holiday songs in. It's also got MP3 backing tracks, and they're all quite different, and I think you're going to like them because some of them are a little bit more traditional, some of them have been made a little bit more modern, but either way it really is just a fantastic book for you to just play at Christmas. But the beauty and the bonus of this book as well is that it does contain tab music. I'll put a little example of what I mean by tab music. So as I said, there are 10 traditional pieces in this book, but there are 9 tab sheets. So there's only one song in here that doesn't have a tab sheet to it. Now tabs are just a very, as you can see from the example, they're just a very kind of quick, easy and simple way of just playing a piece. Now, a lot of people don't like tab, and I find that there's a time and a place for tab music, and there's nothing wrong with tab music. You know, there's traditional sheet music in here as well, so you're going to have that as well. But for those of you that are maybe not quite as advanced as everybody else, and you're not quite ready to go on to sheet music, or maybe you're just dabbling, you've just started out in the violin, you know, do you know what? You just want to play a piece of music in the shortest possible time, and just make it as easy as possible, and I'm here to do that for you. And just think, do you know what, don't listen to anyone else, just do it. I do think that you do need to learn the proper way. I have a 1 to 30 violin course that I go on about all the time. I'll put links to that and videos of that. I just released a video not that long ago on my channel all about my 1 to 30 violin course. So I do advocate playing properly. I am a professional violinist myself, and I don't like shortcuts, but you know, I just think it's the Christmas season, it's holiday season, isn't it? So you're going to get a violin for Christmas, or you've got a violin for Christmas ahead of time, whatever, and you just want to play a Christmas piece. Why should anybody Scrooge that away from you? You know, if you just want to do it, that's fine. So in this book as well is the traditional sheet music, but also tab for 9 pieces. The only one that isn't is the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. So I'm going to take you through one of those tab pieces today. So you'll obviously need to purchase the book to get hold of the actual tab sheet music and the MP3 backing tracks. This is $12 to buy on my shop. It is downloadable. I cannot stress that enough. I've literally just printed this out on my printer at home and just bound it together. There is no physical book. It is 100% downloadable. So as soon as you purchase and you've paid for it, go to your emails or go to your account in the shop, download it, print it out yourself, or look at it on a tablet or computer, whatever's easy for you. You'll get all the MP3s alongside that as well. So it's not a physical book, it's a downloadable book. So anywhere you are in the world, you could be playing this at Christmas. So I'm going to be going through one of the tab pieces today. I'm going to be playing it for you so you can hear how it goes. You can see my fingers moving, and the camera is going to be zoomed in very close on my fingers so that you can see me play it. So you've got a little reference guide, and then I'm just going to talk you through just a couple of the notes just very quickly, just to give you a helping hand in just getting on just getting off quickly and just being able to play a simple Christmas song for your family with very little time and effort put in. So I should say, as a sort of caveat, I'm obviously assuming that you know how to hold the violin, and I'm obviously assuming that you know how to hold the bow as well. If you don't know how to do any of those things, then I will put a link underneath, but head to my 1 to 10 lesson course first. So I've got a 1 to 30 violin course, but if you check out lessons 1 to 10 first, everything you need for lessons 1 to 10 is completely free. It's just everything else after that. You'll then need to get books if you want to progress on with that, which I know you will, but you'll need to at least have taken yourself through the first 10 lessons, and maybe even some of the songbook 1 to sort of have a go at this. So I'm assuming that you have some background knowledge of how to play, where to play, you know, and sort of pretty much where the fingers go. This is just giving you a quick little helping hand. So without any further ado, let's get on with the tutorial for the first piece. So that was the close-up performance of Oh Holy Night. Now if we just have a look at the music or the violin tab sheet so that we can just help to decipher that a little bit. It starts off by saying introduction is 2 bars of 6 beats or count to 12. So basically what that means, if you don't understand what 2 bars of 6 beats means just yet, just count to 12. As soon as the music comes in, count to 12 at the same speed as the music, and then you'll begin. If you're still unsure with that, then just put on the recording, the performance recording of me playing the violin, and then you'll know exactly when to come in. Once you've got the hang of that, then you'll be able to just use the backing track on its own. So how do we decipher the violin tab? So very, very simply, it's very self-explanatory. We've got the words, oh holy night, the stars are stars are brightly shining. And then above that, we've got some numbers. That refers to our fingers. And then above that, a few capital letters. We've got the strings. We've got a D, an A, a D, an A, and a D along that first line, for example. So G, D, A, and E, there are strings. And that's pretty much it, really. So obviously you need to know the song. It's no good if you don't actually know how the song goes because you're not going to know the rhythm. The only kind of downside to the tab is that there's no rhythm. You can't indicate the rhythm on this like you can with traditional sheet music. So the rhythm is the words, and that's why tab only works with words, because it's the only way to decipher a rhythm. So you've got, oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. So that's going to tell you how long you need to hold on those notes for. So you would start with a 1 on D, oh holy, and then a 3 on D, night, another 3 on D, the, and then an open A, stars are, and then a 2 on D, bright, open A, lee, and then a 2 on A, shine, and then a 3 on D, ning. Do you see what I mean? So it's fairly self-explanatory. It's not difficult to decipher tab. The only other thing I need to mention there is that next to some of the numbers, next to some of the finger numbers, you'll see a capital B. And do we have any S's in there? We don't. Some of the tabs contain S's. Now, it is all explained in the front of the book, so you make sure you have a read of that. But B refers to back, S refers to stretch. So for example, oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Now we can see above the 2 on bright, we've got a B, and that means back. So we're going to be putting our first finger on the dot here. We're going to be putting our third finger on the blue dot here. Now, where does the second finger go? So B is back. So that means the second finger goes here. right next door to the first finger. If that was an S, it would be stretched. So the second finger would be stretched and it would be right next door to the third finger. So back is that way towards the pegs. Stretched is this way towards you. It's stretched because when you're coming towards you, you're kind of stretching the fingers apart. So back is that way, stretched is this way. Back, stretched, back, stretched. So that's it really. The rest of the fingers just go on the dot. Second fingers will go either back or stretched. Sometimes do we have a one? We don't, they're all back second fingers. But, oh yeah, we do. So on the bottom line, you've got O, night, divine. And the first one is a 1 on the E. And next to the one, you've got a capital B, so it's back. So normally a 1 on the E would be here, in line with the red dot. But because it says B for back, we're going to be here, sort of as far as the nut there. So it's sort of as far as the finger, sort of, as far as the finger wants to stop. And that's where we put that 1 there. And that is pretty much it. It's self-explanatory. So as I said with the previous ones, don't get bogged down too much if there's kind of an extra note put in there or there's not enough notes put in there. This is my interpretation. It is quite difficult with the rhythm because the rhythm is slightly more up for debate than if you just had it on the sheet music. If you had the sheet music, you'd play a note. When it tells you to play the note, you'd hold it for as long as the music tells you to hold it, and then you'd move on to the next note. You'd hold that for as long as it was telling you to hold, and then you'd move on to the next note. This is slightly different. It's a slightly, that the rules are slightly a little bit looser, aren't they? So this is just, again, my interpretation. Oh, holy night, the stars are shining brightly. So if you feel like I've put in one extra note there with those words, then, you know, take it away. That's just, if you have a different way of remembering the song in your head, you know, that's fine. Go away and do that. Don't get too completely bogged down with that, okay? So the book is available to download only from my shop. I will put a link underneath it, and don't forget you'll get the 10 pieces, the 10 songs, which you'll get 10 sheet music for. 9 of them have been made into easy tab versions. You get the MP3 backing tracks so that you can play to all and wow all of your friends and family, and then you'll get the MP3 performance recordings as well, so you can play along as a little bit of practice before you kind of go it alone. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that book and all the backing tracks. I think it's a great book, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.